Welcome back, Little Monkey fans. It's Carrie here, and today we're going way up to the Treetop Toy Box for a fantastic, brand new Dreamworks Dragons Playmobil review. We have the entire collection, which includes 7 sets. This collection was created based off of the How to Train Your Dragon movies. We purchased these awesome sets for a great price from Castle Toys. Please check our video description for a link to their new and improved website so you can save when you shop at Castle Toys too. Well, let's get opening. First, we have item 9244, which is Drago's ship. It is a fantastic 45-piece set. The ship itself has some amazing armor type detail on it. So these are stickers around the sides, and it makes it look like it's kind of steel or metal. We've got this great detail on these front pontoons, and check out the front of our ship. It looks like this fierce looking dragon head. And then on each side of the ship, we have these amazing ballistas. And so there's 2, and both of them shoot flames. Whoa, that shoots pretty fast. And then you just slide it back in to reload it. Cool. The great big sail up top has this creepy emblem for Drago, and it's made of somewhat waterproof material because Drago's ship can actually be used in water. So there are add-on motor accessories that can be attached on the underside of both of these pontoon areas, and that will help propel it through some real water. That's pretty fantastic. The center of our ship holds our dragon cage, so that can pop right out, and it has these cool closures on each side. So you push it to the center to unlock, same on the other side, and that releases the top to be opened, ready to hold and store a little dragon that they're going to catch. So you can see how one of the small dragons from the Berk set could actually fit in here. Oh, poor dragon. There's a fair amount of space in the front of our ship when we have our dragon cage out, so you could put a bunch of different characters in here, or it can be storing the cage. And then on the back side, we've got the helm here where our ship could be steered from, and we have our first character. And here he is. He has this awesome outfit on. He has this bear type hat, and that'll pop right off. And then he also has his weapon in his other hand. He's looking pretty fierce with those serious looking eyebrows, but I guess he must be if he's going to be willing to work for Drago. And finally, we have Drago himself. He has this wicked looking weapon, and he has some great detail on his outfit. And his hair is pretty cool. It's really rubbery, and actually it's very flexible. And I think they had that so that it can be lifted up so his cape can come off or be on. And then he has a braided looking type beard. I remember him in the show. He was very, very creepy looking. I'm glad that this character doesn't look as creepy as he did in the show. You can see he has this one metal arm and his regular one on the other side. You can see on the back of the ship we have a few steps up, and there are these little spots where your characters can actually be placed into so they don't slide around on the ship, and that would be really important if you're actually going to be putting in water with the motor. And then we have this torch along the backside that can slip out so a character could carry it around if they wanted to. And that's Drago's ship. Item 9248, it's Drago with his Dragon Thunderclaw. And here's the menacing Drago with Thunderclaw. It's a total of 9 pieces in this set. So we have our second Drago character, and he has an identical outfit, hair, and everything. The only difference between this and his ship set is that the weapon that he has is more plain than the fierce looking one he has with his ship. And then we have Thunderclaw, his dragon. Whoa! He shoots a good flame. But you can see up around his mouth he has all this armor on here, and that'll pop right off if you'd like. His mouth will open and close, and check out all those teeth in there. He has these itty bitty arms, almost like a T-Rex. They're not very big at all in comparison to his back legs, which are much bigger. And he's a pretty decent size, and he will stand if you have his legs in the right position. And check out all these spikes running down the spine of Thunderclaw. There's quite a few here, and they're actually very rubbery so they can move around a bit. And this big one right here is the one that Drago actually puts his feet around so he can fly on top of him. And like all of the bigger dragons in our sets, these wings will move up and down, and they'll also rotate around. some more than others. This one can spin all the way around if you wanted it to. So that's pretty cool. And there goes Drago and Thunderclaw, off to hunt some more dragons. Item 9245 is Gobber with his Catapult. It's a total of 28 pieces. So we've got these cool rocks that we can use on our catapults. We can shoot these across at our enemies, and there's 3 of those. Our catapult is pretty basic, but I love this dragon head detail that we have on each side of our catapult. So one there, and same thing on the other side. This gray piece here on the catapult is what allows us to actually lift up our catapult arm, and so that we can release the rocks to throw at the enemies. And then we have Gobber himself. So he's got this cool Viking hat on. The problem is that it doesn't totally fit securely on his head. So you can see it's raised off of his head a little bit, but it won't actually snap down. If you push it down, it just kind of pops right back up again. So that's too bad. I wish that would fit him a little better, but he is pretty cool. He has his peg leg on one side, and then he has his hand attachments. He has this one, and then he can change out for a battle axe. That's pretty awesome. Let's test his catapult out. Whoa, that shoots pretty good. Awesome. And I grabbed our bad Drago from our other set, and we're going to see if we can launch him with the catapult as well. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! It'll shoot bad Dragos as well. Pretty cool. That's what you get, Drago, for catching all the dragons. You meanie. Let's see if we can hit Drago with some of our rocks. Whoa! First shot! Poor Drago's getting all beat up. Got him. And that's Gobber with his catapult. Item 9249, Eret with his 4-shot fire ballista. It is a spectacular set with a total of 55 pieces. You can see that we shot out of the 2 main crossbows, and then we have 2 additional side ones, and so these will rotate up and down as well. There's a lever on this side just like the ones on Drago's ship. Whoa! And they shoot super fast. So the set comes with a total of 6 fire shooters, which gives us a couple of extras since we have the 4 crossbows here. The main centerpiece of our ballista actually spins all the way around, so Eret can choose to shoot in whatever direction he needs to. There's some great chain detail on here, and this is actually what allows Eret to shoot these 2 center crossbows. So his hands are attached on these levers, and if you pull him backwards, that'll actually pull on the levers. So when we don't have a character in there, you can see that this lever moves forward and backwards. So in the forward position, it won't shoot, and in the backward position, it will release the fire. Here we go. Whoa, pretty cool. So you can see that the side crossbows will actually turn totally to the side so they can get a really good angle. And the one thing when you're reloading these 2 center ones that are controlled by Eret, the lever can't be left into the back position, otherwise it won't actually accept the little arrow here. So it won't actually click in. So it has to be reset to the forward position in order to lock it in. Pretty cool. And then the last cool feature is you can see this center gray part, and that is actually what allows us to lower or raise these 2 main crossbows. So you can push it down to be in the base position, or pull it up to raise it up super duper high. I love that feature. And then we have Eret himself. And so if you've seen the How to Train Your Dragon movies, he's actually one of the bad guys to begin with, and then they kind of convert him after. So he's actually a dragon trapper, and he's trying to trap a bunch of dragons so he can give them to Drago. He has his 2 weapons. So he has a short knife and a long sword. And that's Eret with his 4-shot fire ballista. Next up we have Madison's favorite, item 9247. It's Astrid with her Dragon Stormfly. This set has a total of 11 pieces. I love Stormfly. I love the bright colors and all of these spikes up top here, this great big horn in front. Very cool. So let's check out Astrid first. She has this beautiful long blonde braided hair, and you can see a bit of her headband just around the top of her forehead here. And I just love her outfit. Her tunic has these skulls on it, and she's wearing mittens, and then she has her battle axe. And I just love the fur top boots that she's wearing as well. She's so pretty, but a very well prepared Viking. And then we have Stormfly. So you can see the beautiful blue coloring all around, with the hints of green and some yellow. And then Stormfly actually has a saddle that Astrid can ride. And this little spike on the spine here is where her feet can rest. So she can sit right on there, but you can see it just popped off. It's not quite strong enough to hold her feet in there, so she can topple off. So that's a little disappointing. I hope that Playmobil will correct that design flaw. So in order to really make her ride, you kind of have to hold her on there or use something to stick her bottom onto the saddle, because right now her feet won't lock in enough to do so, which is too bad. But otherwise, Stormfly has all of these wicked spikes down its spine. And then just like our other large dragons, the wings will actually rotate and lift around. And on top of all of that, Stormfly's legs can rotate. They can move all the way back when it's flying and then down for when it lands. That's pretty cool as well. And there's Astrid and Stormfly. Item 9246, my favorite set. It's Hiccup with his dragon, Toothless. And Hiccup is in his flight suit, so it's pretty cool. He comes with some additional accessories. So you can see he has his spiky helmet on, and he is holding his flight suit. So it snaps into his hands. He has his fin on the back, and it will lift up a little bit, or you can have it down flat. And he comes with two types of hair. So he has this one for when he's wearing his flight suit helmet, and then he has his more traditional hair for when he's not wearing a helmet. You can see he has all of his upper body armor on, and he has the dragon emblem on that side. And then you can see that he has his artificial leg. And his final accessory is his wicked awesome dragon blade that he calls Inferno. In the show, it's a retractable flame sword that he has that he uses to calm and tame the dragons. And then he also has in the bottom part the zippleback gas canister that he uses to create a circular fire line, and then he ignites it so that it lights up, and he uses that to push back and calm the dragons. Cool. And that's Hiccup. And here's our totally cool Toothless. And so just like the other dragons, his wings will move all around. He has his harness on here, but it's not like the one that Stormfly has on. This one just has a brown piece here that Hiccup can actually hook onto. So Hiccup can just slide right on there to ride Toothless around. And again, same as the other dragons, Toothless's legs will move all around, both the front and the back ones. So that's awesome. And then check out the spikes on his back, and that whole strip just lights right up. That is so cool. I love that. And then of course the tail fin that Hiccup made for him. Again, it has Hiccup's little emblem on there. And that helps him to fly because he had an injured tail. And to top it all off, Toothless, since he's a Night Fury dragon, he also shoots blue flame blasts from his mouth. We just need to push back his two horns on his head, and out shoots his blue flame. That's fantastic. And releasing again. And the set comes with 3 of the blue flame blasts that Toothless can shoot out of his mouth. And that's Hiccup with Toothless. Next up, we have item 9243. The Isle of Berk is a spectacular set with a total of 145 crazy cool pieces. If we start along the water line, we have our tremendous Viking monument that's out in the water with our flashing beacon on the inside, and it looks like he's got a flaming mouth. It's pretty cool. I love all of the rock detail, and we have all of our wooden walkways around in different places. On the base we have a few different entrances to caves, and so this one goes straight through back to the other side of the set. We have some small accessories. We got a couple crabs, some driftwood, and then a whole bunch of different seashells. And it's kind of dark in the cave under here, but you can see it's actually a pretty good space under there. Moving on to our main dock area, we have one of our 2 baby dragons that come with the set. These are adorable. So they've got brown spikes along their spine. This one caught a fish, and the wings do move a little bit back and forth, but not up and down like the other dragons. Then we have this grassy stepway up on our rocks. We've got some seagulls here. And then we have our second Hiccup character that comes in the collection. He's exactly the same as our other Hiccup, except that he doesn't come with his flight suit. So he only comes with his regular hair, his Inferno Dragon Blade, and then he comes with his Book of Dragon information and some of his inventions. Moving up to our main entrance, we have Stoic the Vast, the leader of the Vikings, and he's looking pretty fierce. He comes with his magnificent Viking hat, and he has a fabulous beard up front, and around back his hair is in almost like a twisted ponytail. You can see his great big cape, and he has a dragon emblem on his belt buckle. He definitely looks like a leader of Vikings. So there's so many other cool features in the set. Along our front doors you can see that we have these Viking statues that are kind of carved into the rock here, and they're holding some additional weapons. So on each lower side we have a battle axe, and then on this side, this one's holding an additional sword. And so if you wanted to use those, you can just slide it right out. And then we have our beautiful front doors, and those will swing on open to let you into the inside. But we'll check that out from the other side. Let's continue on along the outside of Berk first. So we have a few spots here that have our little flames, and these actually just lift out and they don't actually attach or secure in, and that's too bad. I wish that they did, because these just topple over anytime you move the set around. And then if we continue on along to the right side, you can see that we have another crossbow here with a flame. And just like all the others, it shoots very, very well. And it can move up and down, and it can rotate all the way around, so they have full access to shoot wherever they need to. And then a great feature is we've got some additional storage for our other flames along the back side of our rock. And on the left side of our main entrance, we have our little hut here. This leads into the center part of Berk that you can access from the main doors. And on the top, we have another one of those flames sitting up there. I love the detail on here. Looks very much like a dragon along the top. Then down on the bottom here, we have our second dragon. So he's identical to the other one, and it looks like he's snacking on some fish as well. We've got some more fish in a little bucket here. And then we have a knife and a chopping block. It's a little dark in here, but if you head on in, this will take you to the center where our front doors lead to. So if we spin it around, you see that we have ladder access to our top level, and this plankway actually leads us around to our front door. But here in our center part, we have some pretty cool features. So we have a torch that can light up. It is attached into the floor, and this torch actually can lift out so your characters can carry it around as well. But it does help to light up the space just a little bit. And then the cool part is in the center. We have this lever here, which releases our trapdoor, or what I think is more likely is an escape hatch. So if the people of Berk were under attack, they could slip through this door in the floor. So to release the hatch, all we do is pull this lever and it pops on open. And it will take our characters through that hatch, down the slide, and into the base, into the water. So if Hiccup needed to escape, he would pull the hatch and out he comes. So way up top, we have another plankway here, and we have this cool dragon-like crane. We have some flags on the top, and on this back side, we have a catapult. And so this crane is supposed to be able to be used to get rocks up here, so they can use the catapult to defend Berk. And for our crane, it actually can rotate all the way around, which is pretty cool, so that you can have it pick up rocks from any part around here. You can even have it drop down by the front door if you wanted to. The set came with 3 rock pieces, so we're going to put one down in the water here. So we have a string that feeds on through here, and it attaches down here, and it's quite long. I just have it wrapped around here right now to secure it. So we can unwrap it. And on the rope itself, we have this little handle here, so a character could hold that to pull it up to get our rocks to the top. So we have our rock bit. We secure our string, and then we can move our crane over to unload it and release it down to gather some more. How cool is that? And now that we've collected a bunch of rock up here, we have some ammunition for our catapult. So this is very similar to the one in our other set. You can even see the same dragon detail on here. And then it's on this cool swivel base, so you can put it in any direction that you want. Let's test this out. We have a rock in place. Whoa, it shoots pretty good. Let's see how well we can shoot Drago with this one. And there he goes. And that's the Isle of Berk. And here's our entire and spectacular Dreamworks Dragons Playmobil collection. Little monkey fans, do you remember? What is the name of Astrid's dragon?
Thanks for watching. To join all the fun up in our treetop, please subscribe to Little Monkey Media's channel. Don't forget, if you like our video, please share it and click like. We go bananas for toys!